Yeah. Ana yastu tuina ke at ko urini te ka haraya ka haista tuini ke ene setataya. Uroyo ko hini ke ata aesta tuini ke moroyo tuini sta aya ahare ka hai. Nuini ke anasta ta ko uruini ke na. Moroyo no ustu tuini ne ke hena garaya ka haista kuina are te este ka ha. Ni hare ke ni kui. Moro kuina hasta tini ke aya ne ke esta ta araya kai no kuuni kiena ka ne hasta tikine mo yene ka haraya sata ka hoyani kiena tasta te kuinia te kimoro esta tiena te ya harai kuuni kitaya mo oyanish kitina wena ena sta tinia no yini kiena kostko korina ka ta aieste teja nakoja. Tuistini ka maraya ta aste. Teke eieste kuina areka. Areheke aste taja naka. Nuuno kuja niistä kiina. Muu uina a teja hästä taja noku. Teja ka korokoi. Ne aste takaja naku. Nuja nihi stikina. Muu uina hästä tania. Toja näistä ki. Ma a iena tei. Hi, I just gave you a light language transmission for integration, which was the message that I received today via the medicine cards and as well from source. So what I received was that you may be receiving information about past experiences, but you are receiving them now from a different lens, from a different perspective, and it doesn't make the experience that you had at that time any less worthy or any less perfect than it was, because you received that experience because was exactly the medicine that you needed at the time. And right now you might be revisiting it again to learn the lesson at a different level, from a different perspective, and also to see if you have closed out that lesson or not. So the question that I got was, are you still attached to that version of yourself, or have you let go of the cords of that experience, of that old identity? And another question is, can you even let go of that version of yourself? Because you aren't here to suffer anymore for anything, for yourself, for anyone else. You are here to serve in your frequency because no one else can. You are here to be you and your experience in your infinite fractal of source experiencing itself. And you don't need to be special to be loved. That's been a recurring message for me. You don't have to be special to be loved, and you don't have to perform. When you are in just expressing your full authenticity, just like any animal does, then you can actually be, you open yourself up to feeling unconditional love. And like overinflation of your identity isn't necessary, because you're worthy just because you're here. So I pulled a card here from the medicine cards, and I just walked past the crocodiles, and I felt like right now is the right time to show you what the message was today in the medicine cards. So the message was alligator, And so the message it says in here is, alligator, let me drop my judgments, accepting life with grace, so that forlorn care and worry will vanish from my face. Let me integrate each moment, digesting life with ease, counting all my experiences as equal opportunities. So alligator medicine is all about integration. And the gift is to fully appreciate and integrate all that life offers. And it shows us the value of thoroughly digesting both the pleasures and the pains of life. And so in many ways, the medicine of the alligator is reflected in its behavior. So when it rolls underwater with its prey, crocodiles and alligators do both the same thing. Its message is to roll with the punches when you're being attacked by life's circumstances. And when it stores its prey under a log, it waits until the meat is really, really tender. And so that is a lesson for us to just be patient and wait for the proper timing. And so you also get to choose to laugh in the face of seriousness, because God didn't create this place to be serious. It created this place for play, for creation. And so when you actually get entangled in your own seriousness, you can immediately diffuse it by like the anger that you are experiencing and all the judgments that you're making about yourself and your self-importance and your rigidity, just by laughing at it. Laugh at yourself, look at yourself, take a step away from yourself, look at the situation and laugh. That will actually diffuse it all. And because once your rigidity is removed, you're free again to integrate the present set of circumstances, because you finally see it from a different perspective. You've gone up higher. Being in shame, being in guilt, those are very, very low frequencies. But laughter, you just elevate yourself immediately by laughing. And so you get to see it. And so And at the same time, there might be things that you overlooked because you were so serious, you were so inflexible, you were so attached to this one single outcome that you couldn't see the multitude and infinite possibilities that are actually out there, that are waiting for you, that are actually even much better than the thing that you wanted. And so Gator's lessons are how to digest the value of any life lesson. So because it came into the cards today, the question is, have you been rushing through life and not taking the time to count your victories or to digest your rites of passage? So this is about integration. When you've experienced something, that you take time to reflect, that you take time to embody it and not rush to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. And so it's now time to honor your progress. Be mindful that quick fix solutions don't support long-term goals. And avoid getting stuck in duality and the quagmire of the human judgment game. And this was something that was absolutely reflected to me last night when I took a telephone call about all the judgments that the other person has about themselves and the judgments that they were projecting onto me, because they were all just the judgments that they had about themselves. And I was able to observe myself, see it for what it is, and question, where else am I judging myself? What judgments have I let go of to step into the next version of myself? Because when you judge yourself, you close yourself off to all the opportunities that are awaiting you. So use calm resolve, review your healing process and life lessons, integrating the growth you have attained. Because every single experience that we have in Earth School is a lesson. And you can take it personally, or you can look at it from a neutral, observative perspective. You get to choose how you do it. And so in all cases, Gator is telling you that something may have escaped your perception. Ask yourself, what viewpoint or possibility did not get factored into your assessment? Did that missing piece of the puzzle keep you from having an accurate overview of what is now occurring? So this has been very, very prevalent for me in this situation, that the way I was seeing it was from one lens, and now that I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 steps back, I can actually see the situation totally differently. And the thing is that in any case and through any lens that I look through it, the situation is always perfect. It was exactly what I needed for my soul to evolve and for the other person's soul to evolve. So it is never too late to reevaluate the situation from a more integrated and flexible point of view. Remember, gator's eyes, just like the crocodile's eyes, and nostrils are often only parts of its body above water while it senses its surroundings. Gator integrates all probabilities before it makes its move. So take the time to slow down. Just be and integrate. And additionally, there was a card at the bottom of the deck, which was Coyote. Coyote, you devil, you tricked me once more. Must I sit and ponder what you did it for? So the coyote is the medicine of the trickster. And there are thousands of myths and stories about the coyote, and so it's also called the medicine dog. And so be sure that some kind of medicine is on its way, and it may or may not be to your liking. But the thing is that you always get to choose if you like it or not. But the thing is that once you accept it for what it is, you can actually move through it really, really quickly, because the only way around it is through it. And so the medicine can be good or bad. It can make you laugh. It probably will make you laugh even if it is painful. And so this also ties really well together with the crocodile or the alligator. It's just like laugh in the face of seriousness, because you are going to learn something about yourself that you didn't see before. And the coyote has magical powers, but it doesn't always work in Coyote's favor, because his own trickery fools him. He's the master of the trickster who tricks himself. And so no one is more astonished than Coyote at the outcome of his own tricks, and he falls into his own trap over and over again. 12-12, as I said that. And yet somehow he manages to survive and gets through it. And he may be banged, and it may have bruises, and he goes on his way to his greatest ever, forgetting to learn from his mistakes. And you know, it's like you might lose a battle, but you never lose the war. You're never beaten, because there is no war. If you see things like a battle, then you'll keep on fighting. If you see things as lessons and things that you're here to learn, there are no fights. And the thing is that the reason why Coyote is a trickster is because he's scared. He's full of fear. He doesn't come from a place of love. He comes from a place of lack, and he just moves from one disaster to the next, and is just full of self-sabotage, because like self-sabotage to the perfection. And so the message that I got was also, when you strive for a human life that is perfect, what will happen is that that's just self-sabotage, because perfection doesn't exist. You make mistakes, you fall into your own judgments, you take things way too seriously than they should be, and that just leads to you falling into shame and falling into guilt when it's absolutely not necessary. You are here in Earth School to experience life from all the different facets that come with it. So I'm just going to change the lighting here. So contained within the trickster medicine is the humor of the ages. The cosmic joke is not just on ourselves, but on everyone else, if they are following Coyote or have strong Coyote medicine. Someone like this may be able to convince others that a skunk smells like roses, but the fact remains that a skunk is yet still a skunk. So the snooze time is over, is what Coyote is telling us. Watch out, your glass house may crash to the ground at any moment. All of your self mirrors may shatter. So this divine trickster is dogging you, and you may trip. He does this crazy dance, and he catches his tail on fire while playing with matches. So, I mean, you get the picture. So the question is for yourself, what are you really doing and why? What is your intention? Are you trying to fool the adversary? Is someone trying to trick you? Do you want to give the office geek the phone number of the beautiful new secretary? Or are you here to prank your friend? And where was the last time you did something just because it was crazy and fun? And on the other hand, you might not be conscious of your own pathway of foolishness. You may have conned yourself, your family, your friends, or even the public at large into believing you know what you're doing. But listen, Clarity, you're balled up in your own machinations. You've created a befuddling, bewildering, confounding trick. Pick up the juggler eyes from the ground and put them in their sockets. See through the genius of your acts of self-sabotage. Find it amusing, laugh, trickster, laugh. So today we have both cards of not taking yourself seriously, of seeing life through the lens of joy, of laughter, as it is a playground for you to play in. If you have creative medicine, you may use it to make stuffy old fogies lighten up, to add cheer to a party, or to break a death grip conversation with ease. Look at the positive side of self-sabotage and nosy questions about your personal life. Have fun telling some gossiper that you just returned from ℸ𝓃𝓃 in your new Learjet. Okay, so that was at the bottom of the deck, and what I'm hearing is that these things are just not here. You're not here to take yourself seriously. You're here to have fun. So what one thing could you do right now that would enjoy you, that you would enjoy, and that just makes you lighten up? So I'm going to say goodbye right now, and please, if you like this channel, I would love you to give me a like and a subscribe if that feels aligned with you, and because I'd love to have you here on the journey and keep on coming along with me. So thank you very much for tuning in, and hasta luego.
You thought you were losing your mind, but you're just remembering who you are. The signs you've been seeing aren't signs, they're coordinates written in the stars. Every crazy thing you've seen, every vision, every dream, every nobody would believe me. That's your energy, vibration and frequency. You're not broken, you don't need healing. You're the one you're looking for, darling. You don't need saving, you need reminding. You already are the light.